This video has been made possible by Rebus Farm, the professional render service.
Hey guys, and welcome back. Well, have you ever tried to model a barn interior or a wood frame for a house? Well, if you have, you know it can be quite complicated, okay? So I did this little video for you guys so you can get started with that and you have an idea of how to approach it, okay? Have fun.
Okay guys, let's get started with our construction here. So we're going to jump to the perspective view, and I'm going to take a polygon cube, and I'm going to hit R to stretch that out. That's going to be the main section at the top of my construction there. And I'm just going to select it and hit R and scale the whole thing down so we can kind of work on our grid, okay? I'm going to hit F to zoom in. And what I'm going to do is hit Control D to duplicate this guy, hit E to rotate, and hold down J as I do so until we're at 90 degrees. And then we're going to hit W, move that forward. Let's check it out from the top view. Hit F to zoom in. 4 for wireframe mode. So there you go. We're going to move that over. And again, we're going to make sure that we got a clean and snug fit. So we're going to right click on the vertex, drag click these two, hold down V and snap them. And then from our front view, excuse me, a little cough going on there. Yeah. From this view, we are going to drag select these, and let's look at the initial angle for our roof. And let's see, we'll bring it over this way a little bit. So I'm going to hold down X to snap it. I'm happy with that angle, so that's good. I'm going to select it in object mode. I'm going to go to modify and center pivot. Hit Control D to duplicate, E to rotate it, hold down J to do that until 90 degrees. Hit W and move that over until we have a good fit up there. Looks like we need to bring that out a little bit. Okay, so that's a good first start. Let's have a look and see what we got so far. And we'll just take the whole thing and just bring that up a little bit, like so. And now we need to decide on the first steps or further steps for our model, okay? So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna borrow this guy. We're gonna hit Control D again. We're gonna hit E to rotate it, hold down J as we do that. Go back one. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna hit W, we're gonna push that down, and let's bring that in from the front. Let's do, let's say this. That looks about right to me. Yeah, guess it is. Good, good. So we're gonna right click on the vertex, and I'm gonna hold down. Let's see, I'm just gonna bring them in first, hang on. I'll hit F to zoom in. I'm just gonna manually position them. And we'll do the same here. That one looks okay. That one we'll bring in like so. That's good. And then we'll bring it in from this angle. Let's have a look from the top here. Have to zoom in. Let's hold down X to snap it. This stuff is not perfectly snapped as yet, so we'll do that. Hold down X. Let's have a look. Okay, then we're gonna borrow this guy. Control D to duplicate, W to push down. Let's do, let's say somewhere around there. And you could hold down X and just snap it like so if you like, or move the pivot point up depending on what you want, right? I'm just gonna bring it down a bit just because I like it that way, right? So I'm gonna take these vertices, have to zoom in, All right, take these vertices, bring them over. Again, I have to zoom in. Okay, and then once again, we're gonna borrow this. So right click object mode. We're gonna hit Control D to duplicate, W to move that down. We're gonna then jump in from this view, F to zoom in, E to rotate, hold down J as we do that. Looks about right. So we're gonna position ourselves somewhere around here. And then what I'm gonna do is right click on a vertex. Oh, just on this guy, vertex. All right, so I'm gonna move this down here, move that up. We want to keep the thickness fairly steady. I'm gonna take these two. And once we're set on an angle that we're okay with, we need to keep it like that. So I'm just gonna bring this in and see how we need to adjust the thickness. It's not too bad. Bring it up a little bit and then bring it out a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, looks okay. All right. So we got that. We're gonna select it. We're gonna hit Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold down J as we do that until we're all the way around, like so. W to move that over, F to zoom in. Let's bring that in here. Should have a good fit there. That's good. We can select them both. Control D to duplicate, W to move down, F to zoom in. Okay, now we need to move these guys over. So this guy is going to move over there, and this one is going to move over there. And again, F to zoom in. Okay, and now we're getting somewhere for our initial shape here. Now keep in mind that if you want to go extremely detailed, you will have to create a number of connection plates with bolts on it. So let's do that. I'm going to take a cube. Let's move that up, move that out here, R to squish that in, and we're going to hit W, and we're going to start to move that into place. So hit F to zoom in. So for example, we have a connection point right here. We'll go up and over here, and then I'm going to right click on a vertex, take these vertices, bring that here. Actually, it needs to go here on my beam, like that. Let's do that here as well. And we'll probably need these two to be more around here. Have to zoom in. That looks okay. We'll take these two and we'll align them. Okay, that one looks fine. We'll take that one, bring that in. Bring that down, like so. Okay, I'm going to have to zoom in. We're going to right click at object mode. We're going to move that in, and again have to zoom in, and we're going to go to object mode. We're going to scale it in until it's basically a plate, like so. Okay, and then we need to bolt that down. So for that, we'll take a polygon cylinder, and what we'll do is we'll hit Control A for attribute editor. We'll go in and we'll do 6 on that. E to rotate, hold down J. Get rid of that. Bring that up. And then scale the whole thing down. W to move over, F to zoom in. Let's see, I'm going to hit 4 for wireframe mode so I can see where my plate's at. Scale it down some more, give it some thickness, hit 5, and W to bring that in, F to zoom in. Okay, so now we can jump into this view, hit F to zoom in, and we can kind of decide where we want these to be. All right, so I'm going to hit R, I'm going to scale that way down, and again, this is only if you are looking for crazy detail. Okay, if you really want to, you know, step it up a notch, Control D to duplicate. Let's move that over. Let's see how that looks. That's fine. Control D to duplicate. Let's bring that down and in. Let's hit Shift D. So we've got one more. Okay. So basically what you get if we hit 4 is something like this. Okay. Now I'm not going to go through each and every bolt and every plate. I'll finish that up for the final render and you guys don't have to wait for that. But you know how the system works. So you can do that here, here, on all the corners, top as well. Okay. So let's continue on our frame section here. All right. So I'm just going to take all of this. Okay. And I'm going to hit Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it, and W to move that over. I'll hold J as we do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sections is fine. And then we're going to hit Shift D. Again, hold on J. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift D, hold on J. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's about right. Okay, so we're going to take this guy, we're going to extend it, go to vertex, drag select, jump into this view, and let's bring that over, F to zoom in, 4 for wireframe mode, and hold down V to snap it to the vertices, like so. So that seems to be a good start. And then we want a couple of these on the sides as well. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to, where is it? Object, yep. We're going to go with this view. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate, W to move down. We're going to move that down and I'll hold down X while we do that, or actually better yet V. We're going to move that in here, F to zoom in, and that will require some manual tweaking. Okay, so what we basically want is we want this beam to be in here. Okay, and let's have a look and see how that looks from this view. And you can see that it's a good fit. It is cutting into the existing mesh. That's something you want to avoid, but for this specific tutorial we're gonna leave it, but that's how you would do that. Okay, so we got that. We're gonna repeat that. So I'm gonna hit Control D to duplicate. I want one down here as well, and then over here. So again, F to zoom in, we'll bring that down and bring that in. And then I want them copied over. So I got one there, one there. We're going to Control D to duplicate. We're going to move that over. F to zoom in. Let's see if it works quicker like this. Yep. Bring that in like so. Alright, so now that we have that part, we're going to deal with some angled stuff. Okay guys, so now we're going to start on the rest of the roof. We're going to take this guy. I'm going to Control D to duplicate it. I'm going to hit W to move it out and move it down. And now we're going to need to put it into position, so we need to rotate it. Okay, so we're going to hit E to rotate. We're going to hold down J as we do that. Come on, please rotate. Let's hit F to zoom in. We need to do one more, looks like. Yeah, that's a perfect angle. Okay, so in this view here, we're going to hit W and we're going to position that guy right there. And we need to kind of figure out how many of these we want. So we'll start somewhere up here. Have to zoom in, maybe even here. You can see that it's not the perfect rotation angle just yet. Not quite sure why this guy won't. Yeah, there we go. Hit W and bring that in. Okay, so now that we have that one, we're going to hit Control D to duplicate. I'm going to pull that down and then pull that out like, come on, like so. Hit F to zoom in. It's not a perfect fit yet. Yep. Hit Control D to duplicate. And we'll bring that one up a little bit. Let's have a look. And we'll just keep on going. Shift D, Shift D, and Shift D, just to repeat those steps. Make sure you got a clean position there. They seem to be okay, so now I'm going to copy them. So I'm going to select them like so. Alright, I'm going to go to Mesh and Combine, Modify Center Pivot, Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold down J and flip it all the way around and bring them in like so, and F to zoom in so we can see that they're sitting the way they should. Alright, so that's not too bad. Then what we're going to do next is we are going to take our side, what are they called? Our side sections here. We'll use this one as a reference. Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold down J to snap until you're perfectly vertical. W to move that down. Okay, and we're gonna start somewhere around here, and I'll just shorten this guy a bit. So we're gonna go to vertex, have to zoom in. All right, I'm gonna take these two, bring that down, take that one and bring that down like so. That seems to be okay. And if you like, you can take this guy, hit Control D to duplicate, W to bring down, and what we're going to do here is we're going to go to vertex, Okay, and then we'll take one here. We'll take one here. Maybe a bit thick, but we'll see. Okay, not too bad. So we're going to take these two and go to mesh and combine. Let's have a look and see where we're at. Okay, these two were not in position as yet, so we're going to go to mesh and separate. Take this one, get it in line where it should be. Let's go to modify and center pivot. Yeah, now we can combine them. Mesh combine. We can jump into our top view. Control D to duplicate, W to move. It's a bit hard to see from here. So looks like we're gonna have to do that here. Hit Shift D and Shift D to repeat that. All right. So now that we have that, we can take these, go to mesh and combine, modify center pivot, Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold down J to flip around, W to move that over, and F to zoom in, and let's put that in place. Okay. All right. Not bad. We're getting there. Yeah. Go away. Yep. Okay. So that's not too bad. Now we can take some boards, and again, we'll use this guy up here for that. Okay, we're going to Control D to duplicate, W to move down to about here. Bring that over. Have to zoom in. Let's bring that up to about here and bring that in like so. I'm going to Control D to duplicate, W to move down. And then hit Shift D and Shift D and Shift D and Shift D, and just work your way down like so. And then we're going to select that, and then deselect this guy, Control D to duplicate, W to move over, F to zoom in, like that. And then you're going to want to have a few of these sitting in the back. Okay, so we're going to take this, go to mesh and combine, Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold down J to snap it some more. Yep. Oops, W to go back in here. If we look from the top, like so, and then we're going to have a look from the front. Let's bring that in, hold down X to snap it to the center, and R to scale it in. And we have to zoom in, looks like this. And basically that is the initial shape for your barn. Okay. So let's drag select this. Like I said, you can put all these individual elements on here. I will do a few for our render, And just to give you an idea, what we're going to do is go to mesh and combine. We'll take a quick floor. We'll hit R to scale that out. Hit W to move that down, like so. Maybe increase the size a bit. Hit R to scale that out. We're going to go in to, let's see, actually we'll go into our render settings, and let's see, I got a mental ray, but you can use something else if you like. A common tab, I'll set this to HD 1080 if I can find it. Yeah, there we go. Quality tab, let's bump that up and bump that up. Nothing fancy, I just want to show you the idea how that could look. In our scene, we're going to use physical sun and sky, and that's basically it. Okay, so I'll pause the video, hit render, see you guys when it's done. Alright guys, well here's an example of what your render can look like. Like I said, I added some plates with bolts and so forth. That you can do that on your entire model. Not sure if you always want to go with this method, but it's an option. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know as always. And that said, thank you guys for watching, and love to see you guys again. Bye. Well, thanks for watching, and before you go, please hit that MH button to subscribe. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.